Taurus, hi. So this is going to be a reading for the month of May 2024. And I'll do the reading for you and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Taurus. What do you got? All right, the overall energy for the reading, the Five of Cups. I mean, this is an energy of the past. It could come through as regret or something that may have happened that's kind of weighing heavy on you or whoever this is, because this could be somebody else. But okay, starting off the reading, you get the Moon crossed by the Empress. Why do I get the sense, I'm not sure what's going on here, but I'm kind of getting this energy as being separated from the whole reading. And I'm like, what do you mean? We're starting the reading with this. But it feels like one of those, oh, side note, which is weird that it starts the reading with that. I am connected deeply to someone here. Okay. And then when I look at the energies around, I'm like, but these energies have nothing to do directly with this necessarily. Eventually it potentially ties together all of it, but the way it starts the reading, it's kind of odd. I don't think I've ever gotten that as a pretty separate energy, which is actually smack down in the middle of the reading. But okay, we'll see when we clarify. In your focus, the Nine of Wands, you're pretty defensive here about something potentially, or just kind of rejecting something altogether, but really kind of hanging on to these energies of in the recent past, the Four of Pentacles, pretty stubborn about something here, not letting something go. In your strength, the Three of Cups. Okay, so you're trying to surround yourself with good energies that are good for you at least, that feel good to you. Good. In the immediate future, the Seven of Wands, a little more rejection to something. What are you rejecting here? Anyways, supporting this reading, the Page of Pentacles. You may have some aha moments surrounding this experience that you're going through right now. You could be facing quite the aha moments here and there, at least. All right. The energy that surrounds you, and you may not be aware of it, the Four of Swords, you could also be needing a break. You may be needing some, restoration time there. You're looking a little tired. You're looking like you need to take a minute. I don't know that you are, given that these energies are showing up quite hidden here. In your hopes and fears, the World card. Okay, potentially closing off a cycle here, which can be quite demanding, energetically speaking at least. And for the potential outcome, the Magician, you're trying to manifest something here. All right, let's clarify. Let's see what's up. Let me do the Five of Cups. Oh, okay, well now it's starting to tie together. For the Five of Cups, you get the Ten of Wands, the Moon, the Magician. The Moon is hand in hand here with this Empress that I saw as a side note, and I'm like, you're not necessarily, whatever you're dealing with now physically in front of you doesn't necessarily have to do with this energy, even though you're showing me a correlation to it at a deeper level in terms of something maybe going on surrounding this energy that may impact whatever it is you're actually dealing with. You're showing me quite the heaviness over this energy, whatever happened at some point, whenever, because it's in the past from what I'm seeing here. It carries quite the weight on you. It kind of, it's something on your shoulders that's coming from your experience attached to this energy. I have no idea what happened there. I'm seeing quite the heaviness attached to this. And then the Magician, which is the energy in your potential outcome, is all tying it up together in a nice way. Okay, so it is tied up. Man, it seems so far off though. I'm like, huh, okay. So this is what's going on at a deeper level. The heaviness of this and then the manifestation surrounding this. Potentially lifting up the heaviness over this. Okay. Let me do the moon. The Six of Wands, the Tower, the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, you're starting to see the positives, even if it is weighing heavy. Whatever happened here at some point between you and this Empress energy, you're starting to acknowledge the positives of that experience, in the sense of it may have taught you a lot more about self-love and putting yourself first and things like that. There's a lot of that in terms of recognition. So that's good. That should take some heaviness off. Let me do the Empress. The Ace of Pentacles, the Fool, the Seven of Wands. Energetically speaking, you're 100% open to this energy. Physically speaking, not so much. That's where you're like, nope, I'm not going there. I'm not doing any of that. I just feel it. Okay, good. That's it. Okay. Let me do the Nine of Wands in your focus. The Emperor, the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups. Interesting. Because this is just you standing in your own way. I'm not seeing how yet. But it's almost like you acknowledging that you're standing in your own way. You know? Which is quite interesting. You're showing up in a beautiful energy here. But then there's a rejection to that. There's a sense of, yeah, no, I'm not, no. Not fully, because I'm not going to allow myself to step into my power. What is going on here? Let me do the Four of Pentacles in the recent past. The Six of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the Death card. You ended something here. And you were very determined to put a close to something. To create distance and then put a close to something. It could be all tied up to this situation right here, ultimately. And it could be that because you're feeling energetically 100% open to that energy and physically making the decision to go against that, we're coming down here where you're saying, I'm standing against myself or in my own way. Which usually that's, you know, when you feel something truly and then you kind of go against that, you're basically going against yourself. So that would make sense for this energy right here. All right, let me do the Three of Cups in your strength. Man, it's hard to come by these days, these energies that feel good here. For the Three of Cups, you get the Five of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles. It's not really, but you're making it look like that. Because you're giving me a sense of this energy feels good to me. We fight like freaking... But so what? It feels good to me. I can't break through that energy. What do you mean you fight and you don't get along? And then giving me a sense of, but it feels good to me. I'm like, where? Where in that energy does it feel good? Because you keep on showing up for it. You know, even if it doesn't make sense and it's not resonating and it's not, energetically speaking, a good match, you keep on going back to it with an open heart. So of course you're going to show up standing in your own way where you give your energy, your very best energy, to situations that don't feel good. And then the ones that feel like they're coming from within you and feel like, oh my God, this is it. You're going against those. You know? Let's do the Seven of Wands in the immediate future. The Four of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Five of Pentacles. You got something... You're really taking me to the extremes here. Like you're not giving me any middle ground here. to these energies. You're either doing something or you're not. And when you're doing something, you're doing it 100%. When you're not, you're really not 100%. I don't see the gray in between the white and black there. Because, again, I'm just reading a lot of what's going on internally at an energetic level, and then what's happening on the surface at a physical level. And so far, none of it matches. Whenever they show up together, they're just contrasting. They're not matching. And that's got to be tiresome. Speaking of, you may need a break. That's got to be tiresome. You know? And it's not, again, this energy right here that showed up opening the reading, it is a side note. This is where it's probably starting. But you're giving me a sense that you're applying the energies that apply to this situation, you're applying those to most of everywhere in your life. You know, your work, your friends, whatever interaction you've got going on here with whoever. So it's very interesting. You do have, this energy is the main one that your heart is attached to. And if, in case you choose to reject this, that energy is going to show up in all sorts of other areas of your life in a potentially different way, but it's still going to show up like that, you know, ultimately. So it's a continuous struggle almost, you know, where you may normalize it. You may be like, no, that's, what are you talking about? That's cool, you know, but it's very contrasting from where I'm sitting. For the Page of Pentacles and the supportive energies, you get the Nine of Wands, the Temperance card, the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, no, you're not seeing this as, you know, let me learn something from this. Let me see what this can teach me, and let me go to the source of what's creating all of this. No, you're kind of giving me a sense of, that's what I've always done. As I said, normalizing it, right? To the extent of not recognizing, hey, we've got a situation here. Yeah, kind of sticking with your side of things and just kind of sticking to what you're doing here. Without necessarily seeing, hey, you know, this could be opposite to what you're actually feeling, all of it. Oh, man. I'm exhausted. I need a break now. After seeing contrasting energies like these. For the Four of Swords and the hidden energy, you get the Ace of Wands, the Lovers, the Eight of Cups. Kind of the same thing that I saw when I opened up the reading. It basically starts there. So I don't care what you're dealing with right now, in the sense of you could be dealing with a friendship that's looking a little rough, feeling a little rough at this point, or it's going okay, but you know, you never know, it might fall into the rough at some point, or a job situation, or school, or whatever it is that you're dealing with. You may not know the source of what makes you function within that situation, in terms of you may show up for it, but then close it down and not understand why. You know, you may start being very rejective, very defensive, very go away. It all starts from that situation. I have no idea when that dynamic kind of unfolded for you, because I don't see it around here. As I said from the get-go, I see it kind of like a side note. So this is someone that at some point in your life, if you don't want to admit that even now, but at some point in your life, this is someone that's shown up as being the closest person in your heart there. You know, when it's just you and you're being very honest about it, this is someone. So it could have happened 30 years ago, your situation here with whoever this is. All of your behavior today, in any kind of whatever you got going on, is being influenced by the energy you put towards that. So let's say, okay, yeah, energetically you're super open, physically you refuse to go in that direction. You're like, no, I've never. You know, that's how you're going to show up in, say, a friendship or a job situation. Super open, and then out of nowhere, you find yourself just rejecting it. And you don't even understand why. The source of it is right here. It's in the hidden energies. It's deep within you. It's instilled there, and you're not even seeing it. You know? Let's do the World card. In your hopes and fears. The Two of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Eight of Swords. There is a cycle that wants to close off. The thing is, you're showing up quite confused here. Kind of like, what cycle? I have nothing to close off. I'm good. There's nothing to close off here. Move along, energy of cycle that needs to be closed. Which I've never seen that in a reading, in all honesty. I usually see, okay, there's an energy of a cycle that wants to be closed, and then some people may be struggling with it, you know. Others may be like, yeah, it's closing off. Others may be like, not even seeing it. Like, not being aware of what's going on energetically there at all. There is some awareness to your side, but it's like, I don't have the key for it to close it, so it's, no. What? You know? Interesting. It could be that this cycle wants to close off of, you know, contrasting energies. Let's do the Magician in your immediate future. The Seven of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Four of Cups. This is going to be here for a very long time, this energy, and it's going to influence every kind of experience you open up to. No matter how good it is, no matter how you're even manifesting, you're starting to manifest from a place of, I'm jumping right into this, but then at some point, I'm just gonna, that's it, I'm gonna shut down to it. Because that's exactly how you treat this energy right there, which is still there in your heart. Whether or not you're connected to it from your heart, you know, that would be you being connected to your heart. It's still present. And it's affecting every kind of, to the point of normalizing it to such extent that it's shown up in your manifestation. Whatever I manifest for my experience, that's coming in to be my experience, I'm going to show up for it 100% and then I'm going to pull away. I'm done with it. Even before I begin. The source of it is right there. So there's an energy here that's still connected to your heart, that's influencing pretty much everything. That's why it was showing up as a side note. It's like, it's not part of this, but it actually is part of everything. Okay. Let me see what the universe has. The Hermit, the Strength card, the Page of Wands. Taurus. Why do you gotta do this? You're kind of showing me. Yeah, I know. I know about it. Yeah, I know that energy, and I know it's kind of influenced, but I'm still going to do what I'm going to do. Okay, so when you do connect to yourself at a deeper level, you are showing up 100% recognizing what I'm talking about. You know, when you keep it up here in the, it has to make sense, you are showing up in all of these energies that are contradicting what you truly feel inside. So you know, I see these kinds of energies and I'm like, oh, did Blue chew on my glasses? Yes, he did. And I'm like, oh man, they're not seeing a lot of it. And when I see that you see, then we need to talk. Oh, Blue, come on. Anyways, let's do the Animal Dreaming Oracle. You get the Owl. Deception. Yeah. Yep. Let's see here. Number 4. Alright. The owl is a silent flyer due to the velvety surface of its feathers, making the element of surprise the strength of its assault, enhanced by the fact that the attack usually comes from a source completely unsuspected by its victim. The first that the unwary mouse knows of the presence of an owl is the pain of sharp talons felt in its sides. The dreaming lesson here is that of deception. Today, according to its pulled spiritual teachings, the owl warns us to not assume that all is well all the time. People and situations we trust may not be completely trustworthy, but owl has the ability to see what others may miss. The gift of the dreaming is to be undeceived by external appearances and to discover the truth beneath them. A bird that chooses to hunt at night, the owl is up until dawn. She is one of the few creatures that actually wait for the sun to come up before retiring for a well-earned rest. She literally welcomes the sun as it illuminates and warms the horizon each morning. As such, she symbolically sheds light on those areas of our life in which we are being deceived by camouflage, fraudulence, pretense, or duplicity. Owl's wisdom allows us to know when we are stuck in the content of our own lives, oblivious to the fact that we are wandering aimlessly through life. Owl sheds lights on these moments so that clarity may be retrieved and stability salvaged. By helping us to find light at the end of the otherwise pitch dark tunnel, Owl promises a time of approaching lucidity, new beginnings, and promise. If Owl has silently swooped into your cards today, you are being cautioned that you are perhaps being deceived by the apparently innocent motives of another. Owl's appearance may be a warning that you need to quickly ascertain the integrity hidden behind these motives and determine how they may affect or influence your view of the world. The owl has been gifted with clear night vision, which, when employed with the right intent, affords us the ability to see what others may miss. Yeah, so that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.